Here we go. What's up, good people? David Taub here, coming to you from San Diego, California. Tim Gilberg is here.
We decided to get a song that no one wanted to hear.
Yeah, no one wants to hear this song. We got like no requests for it, but we thought we would bring it out there anyway because it's a good song, and Samantha
wanted to bring people to this. Yeah.
Samantha wanted to hear it, so she wanted it. She got it.
She got it.
All right, we want to also send a special shout out to Senor Rocks.
Senor Rocks.
Senor Rocks, and in case anybody doesn't know, we nextlevelguitar.com, we occasionally run contests where you could win free memberships to the full-on website. We give out DVDs and all kinds of free stuff, and we had a contest recently, and El Senor, not El Senor, just Senor Rocks came out on top. So thank you very much, Mr. Senor. You the man. And also thank you to our second, third, and other place contestants who did searing renditions of Jack Johnson and Green Day and Alice in Chains and Coldplay. It was all great stuff. So thank you everyone for entering. And if you want to get in on a little of that action, go to our forum right off of our main site. It's free and fun. You can't beat it. And it's meet other guitarists and other musicians and have a lot of fun and enjoy it at nextlevelguitar.com. Okay, so what am I doing on this song? Well, basically I want you to think of this song in three parts. There's the intro parts, and then there's the verse parts, and then there's that cool little acoustic guitar solo parts that he's playing on top of everything, right? So I'm going to wheel in a second and show you all the chords that you need. So think of the song in three parts. And you're going to need to know three riffs because he intermingles the riffs when I'm doing this. So you got to know that one. And then there's that one. And then there's another one that goes and those are the lead-in to each of the chords. So you're going to have to mix up your riffs in with your rhythm. And I'll explain the strum to you also. Okay, so let me wheel in for a second, and I'm going to show you the chords you're going to need to know to play this very cool song. All right, so the first chord is you're going to need to know an E minor 7th. And what you're going to do for most of the intro is you're going to leave your third and fourth fingers down on the guitar. So just leave them on the high E and the B strings at the 3rd fret. Okay, and put your first finger on the E note of the D string. Open G string, so you get this chord. Okay, and that's what that looks like right here. Now, if it was an E minor 7th full, you'd play it like this. Actually like this. You can also play it with the open B. But for this instance, it's easiest to grab it like this. Okay, E minor 7th. You're also going to need to know G, so just leave your third and fourth fingers down because there's your G chord, 4-finger G. Okay, you're also going to need to play an A7 sus4 for the intro. Again, you just put your finger so it looks like an E minor 7th chord, but you play the open A string. It sounds like this. So it's very similar to E minor 7th, except it comes from the open A, A7 sus4. As opposed to E minor 7th, you play it from that E. See the difference? Two different chords there. You're also going to need to know a C major, which everyone knows, open position. And also add your pinky up top to the G note. So that's C/G or C over G. It's a slash chord. You can also play it like this. Some people, I play it like a C and I just add my pinky. G is a 5th and the key is C, so you're just adding the low bass note. So that's a slash chord, C/G. Now if you can't reach your pinky, just swap your third finger with your pinky. It's a little bit less of a reach if you do it like that. Okay, then you're going to need A minor, open A minor chord. Also A minor over E, so throw that low E in there too. He plays that. And D over F sharp. So play a D major chord, but with your thumb grab the F sharp bass note, which is at the 2nd fret on the low E string. So you get the D major, but adding that, and I'm muting the A string with my thumb, you get this. F sharp is the 3rd in the key of D, so that's that note there. So it sounds, you get that little bite from having that extra bass note in it. And that's about all the chords you're going to need to know in this song. So I'm going to wheel back out, and let's start with, actually I'll come back in to show you those little licks in the beginning. So let's take the song in 3 parts. The intro, which is run throughout the song, and then the verses are the same when he sings so you think you can tell, and then later in the song it goes, how I wish you were here. Those verses are the same chords. Okay, so let me take you through the beginning of the song. Now that strum, down, down, up, up, down, that's going to be the strum you're going to be doing through most of it. Now, sometimes he's hitting 3 notes, sometimes 2, but I'm going to just break it down and give you the easy version. So just kind of get that down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, up, down. That's kind of the feel on each chord. You know? He's doing, and then in between those, in time, he puts in those cool little licks, which I'll show you up close. So he's kind of playing like see how each chord I go down, down, up, down. Okay? So here's the progression in the beginning. Let me give you the progression. It's the E minor 7th, G, E minor 7th, G, E minor 7th again, then A7 sus 4 to E minor 7th, to A7 sus 4 again, to G, twice. That's when it goes so, then you go into the verse and that goes to the C over G. So remember, E minor 7th, G, measure of each, E minor 7th, G, E minor 7th, A7 sus 4, E minor 7th, A7 sus 4, and then G. Okay? So let me wheel back and show you these little licks that he's doing, because it's critical that you get these, because he's getting that vibe in the song. Okay? So the first one, it starts off with a hammer. So I'm hammering from the open A to the 2nd fret on the A string, and then open D, then play the E note, which is the beginning of that chord. So play the E note, which is at the 2nd fret of the D string. So here's the first lick you got to learn. Okay? Okay? That's the first lick. All right, and that leads into the E minor 7th chord. So you go, the song starts out down, down, up, up, right? Okay, now that's the 2nd lick. Here's your 2nd lick. So it's 2nd fret on the D string, open G string, and then 2nd fret on the D string, so keep your finger down, and then open D string. So you get this. So here it is again. Okay, so there's your first lick is this, to the E minor 7, then your 2nd lick to the G. Okay? And then you go back and forth between that, but the song, remember, kicks off with this. Just one time he does that. Now, when he goes back to the G chord,